Charleston Southern head coach Gabe Giardina. The Bucks came through 13-10, top Kennesaw State for their second win of the season. They're going to have the open date, and then their association play will begin on October 14th with Lindenwood. So, Coach, some thoughts on your team, the victory, and we'll go into some questions.
Well, obviously, very excited to win, and feel like get ourselves back on the right foot. It was a tough month. 3 weeks between wins. With a young football team. It was I don't know, it feels a little bit more extended than maybe if you get a veteran group, but really proud of our guys that we kind of put the deal against Western Carolina behind us and went out against a really good, Kennesaw team that's obviously transitioned into Conference USA, and was able to get a win. Thought defensively we played really, really well. It was Zoltan, our freshman quarterback's second start, first one here in Charleston in his hometown, and I just thought he managed the emotions and all that stuff really well. He's not a real emotional guy anyway, so that's one of the things he's actually great at, and saw a lot of good young players step up and make plays. So I had to shuffle the offensive line a little bit with some injuries, and really, didn't miss a beat. So I was proud of the guys.
So you've won 2 games this year, and the scores have both been 13-10. That seems to be the magic number. But my question is,
13.
So talk about just the in these close games, and you've made some big kicks and some big plays. Like, how does that benefit your team going forward? You have some experience in winning tight ones.
Yeah, I think even when we lost to William & Mary, it was tight, the whole game, right? So we've talked to our team constantly about being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. I think, that's probably going to be our MO as a team, is that, we're not going to blow anybody out. We're going to be in tight ball games in the fourth quarter, and we just got to have, strong competitive character when it comes to those moments. Obviously we think, Sam is clutch, and obviously he's got a strong leg, but he's also very accurate, and so our team just knows that now, and we've been telling them that for a long time, really since the beginning of fall camp. And I'm not trying to make myself look smart or like a prophet. I just looking at our team, looking at our program, looking at the association here that we're in, like this is going to be kind of our style. And we're okay with that. We feel comfortable in our own skin, and we did a good job, managing the 2-minute drive at the end of the game. Everybody was calm. We were able to use, a couple different personnel groups, and substitutions went fine. And I thought our guys really showed some moxie and some just competitive character in a tight moment. Obviously there's some things we can do a little bit better, but we weren't just disorganized and panicked and, acting like we had never been there before.
I think there's some good kickers in this association. At least that's what the stats show. But Sam's now 5 of 6 for the season. So what you just sort of said in that 2-minute drill, you're getting down to the end of the game. You got somebody who is very accurate over there. That has to help you out in the kind of preparing as you're driving late in games.
Yeah, we know where we need to get to, and we know where he feels comfortable. It's nice that we don't have to worry really about a hash or anything like that. We just kind of call plays because he seems comfortable wherever, and we always try to watch him a little bit in pregame and talk to him about just, hey, where do you feel comfortable from? He thinks he can make from 60, or 65. I'm a little bit more of a realist probably, but it's good, and we rep those things, and it's one of those deals that until you actually do it in the game as a team, you're not, you haven't really proven anything. We've done all this stuff in practice, and I even thought we practiced well the week we played Western Carolina and went up there and laid an egg. So we have to. It was encouraging for me to see our team go practice well all week, but then go out there Saturday night against a good team and play well.
So you've had the non-conference games, you have the open date, and then you have the association game. So it's really the tale of two parts of the season. Talk about that, and you know, what you've learned about your team, I guess, and how you look ahead to the second part of the season.
You know, I think our team is just evolving. I think we're still like a teenager. We're trying to find our way a little bit, and sometimes as a teenager you really got things right and you were locked in, and then some days you were just like, you know, lost as a ball in high weeds. And so as a staff, we just kind of have to manage those things. Sometimes we just do some things that inexperienced teams do. You know, we just bust, or you know, but we have this youthful exuberance to where we're just like, all right, we're just going to overcome it, and you know, we try to, you know, get it corrected and figured out, and you know, not lose our minds so that we can just keep playing. You know, the great example is we field a punt on the 4-yard line, you know, right there with a minute or 3 minutes left. You know, obviously we want that ball to go over our head and see if it'll go into the end zone. But, you know, we're walking out there, and one of our returning linemen, he just grabs me and goes, "Hey, look, he's a freshman. He's a freshman." Yeah, maybe he saw the steam rolling out of my ears. You know what I'm saying? And but that's just what we do, you know, and we got to overcome ourselves sometimes. And but you're right, it is like 2 different seasons, and we're excited to get into, you know, association play here and see you know, what this, you know, conference is going to be all about. I think it's a very exciting time. You know, when the leaves change and October gets here, I think that's always you know, the sign of conference play, and I think it's very exciting for all the teams in our league.
So how do you use this week? I'm always curious on coaches on what you do and how you work your guys and how much time you give them off. How does that all work this week for you all?
I think this is a really, you know, this is a get better Buccaneers week. You know, we keep talking about get better dirty blue. That's our defense. Hey, get better goal rush. That's our offense. So we want to see a bunch of improvement. We're going to practice 3 times and then take the weekend off and kind of I guess get some wind back in our sails, and let our guys deal. You know, I mean, all these guys are dealing with something off the field, so you know, a couple guys got to do some things to whether it's a family member or something like that, just to kind of mentally, I think, recharge. I got some staff members doing the same thing, so I'm glad it's at this time. Obviously glad to get a win going into it. But yeah, it should be a good week for us here to just get better. Let's just be the best at getting better this week.
I like that quote. Well, Coach, best of luck at getting better this week during this open date, and we'll talk to you again next Tuesday.
All right. Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.